if I can have you all on camera, and then we can quickly have a feedback of all the 4 days and your feedback on the training, me as a trainer, and what improvements can I do to make this program better, right? So I think I'll start with Swamin. I can start with you.
Okay. Trading was very effective for me. It highlighted a lot of AI strategic role in leadership. Uh, so, so it introduced some good tools we never heard of. So it given me a new dimension to think in AI way. Uh, and also you have given a lot of examples, real world examples, case studies to help the bridge to help the bridge the gap between AI concept and practical applications. uh, it was very interactive and engaging for us. uh, and Improvement we can think of, like we can have more challenges. We can discuss more challenges faced to implement AI and adoption of AI. So that will be helpful. Otherwise, I learned many things from you as well as all the leaders.
Yes, and that was the beauty of this program, that we were all collaborating into the knowledge, and that was so wonderful to have different experiences across in the same training. Thank you very much, Soman, and I'll definitely keep in mind regarding the challenges to be incorporated more into this program. Unfortunately, the topic is so huge that
Yes.
to cover it in 16 hours is also difficult.
Yes.
So and I
Thank
know
you.
that as leaders, to spend more than 16 hours is also difficult. So
Yes.
we have to strike that balance somewhere, and that is why it is there. But I will definitely keep this in mind, that to incorporate more towards the challenges part. Thank you very much,
Thank
Sumit.
you. Thank you.
Yes, Gaurav, over to you.
Okay, before I joined this training, I hardly knew. I mean, I just knew the concept of AI. There are few tools like ChatGPT. I was pretty much aware of these very basic tools now. So now I can very well say that at least I know a few tools that, I know their usage. And this was something new to me as well. That there's so much development and so much things are going on. Everything is getting into bots, and uh, so that's one of the things I learned from this training. And then even during this training, I have now a realization that in order to get the right kind of output, you need to provide the right kind of input, and you cannot leave your human brain aside. You have to use that. And the kind of case studies that you brought in, the kind of way, it was not even a just one way communication. We always were interacting, we were sharing our experiences, so we could learn from you, we could learn from others' experience also, right? And even now, I know what all things are going on in Ericsson as well when I learn the experiences of others, because everybody comes from a different background within Ericsson also. So those are the kind of things that really help me. And now, another thing for me is that the roadmap that you have shared now, right? 30 days roadmap. So probably I'm looking forward to it. Maybe that will again. So this is just a beginning, I would say, right? And it's the right kind of beginning that we have got with the kind of training that you provided. And then probably I'm looking forward to just go through all that stuff if time permits. Maybe not 30 days. I would try to complete it in 30, 45 days probably. So definitely. So that's again something I'm looking forward to. And thanks a lot to you, Mohan. You kept us engaged during all these 4 days. And I know, as even I'm a trainer as well, I know how difficult it is to keep everybody engaged during discussions, and especially when we are leaders and when we know that maybe somebody or other will keep constantly pinging us, right? So
Right.
that's one of the things I think that's good. And as a feedback, I would say that probably I would want this training to happen face to face. I believe, I mean, we should turn off our laptops. We just sit there, we just keep learning there. Because as leaders, we keep on getting pings, we keep on getting mails, and it's all distraction. And we can avoid that because we are
Right.
totally yeah, involved in our projects. So face-to-face meeting would have been better, but definitely, nevertheless, this is definitely stuff that I'm really happy that I attended this training. Thank you.
Great, great. Thank you very much, Gaurav. And there has been this change which is happening in the AI setup, that more and more virtual is unfortunately the key, because we are all at so many diverse locations. Like, or else Jimmy will have to sponsor our tickets to come to Stockholm, and we can have an in-person session there.
That would be wonderful.
Or I come back
Mr.
to India once again.
Mr. Mohan, we have received 6 responses so far.
Okay, and people are doing that. I think by the end, everyone would be able to finish it. Okay, Jimmy, since we were mentioning about you, let's hear from you, your feedback and scope of improvement that we can do, and what you have learned in these days.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this training. It's been really good setup, good red thread throughout the training, from communication skills all the way to bias and ethics and so on. And I also really enjoyed the practical parts where you showed the different AI tools. A real eye opener how easy it is when you know what to do, because as mentioned prior to me, that we know about ChatGPT, Gemini, etc. We have done some baby steps there, asked inquiries, most of us. Some others are more advanced, but I've heard about a lot of AI tools out there, but haven't really touched them. But now I've seen you touch them, and now we have a list of different applications, and of course we need to make sure that we can use them in our closed environment within Ericsson. Otherwise, I understand the time constraints. It's only 16 hours, but I think Suman mentioned it. Maybe more practical group sessions, etc., where we maybe try out the tools. That would have been a good thing. But yeah, 16 hours is only 16 hours, and this topic is humongous. It's huge.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my takeaways in a nutshell.
Great, great. Of course, you said at the feedback that definitely more practical approach towards the use of tools and other things would have been better. But of course, the timing factor is there. So thank you, Jimmy, very much for that. Over to you, Vivek.
Yeah, so the session was very interactive, and before the session, I just had ChatGPT was my savior, nothing else. Rest of the tools some I was aware of, but then I was not using them extensively. And then Gemini was introduced to me by my phone forcefully, and I disabled it because I didn't like it initially. But then when I saw you using it and brainstorming session, I re-enabled it, and now I'm definitely going to use it again. So and you introduced to a lot new tools, a lot new practices. So yes, it was a very informative session. Betterment could have been if the session would have been an in-person session. It would have been a much more impactful session.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Thank you, Vivek. And I know that in person does have a different effect altogether. But then I tried as trainer to keep that same interactivity and engagement in the online training too, and that is what my effort generally is. But of course, in person definitely helps. So we will propose it to Ericsson that to have an in-person round two of this session, advanced AI mindset. I'll propose a program. Alam, you can take a note on this. Let's propose an in-person program with the same team for advanced AI mindset.
Yes, Mr. Noted.
Okay, Alam, they are facing some. I think Sumit and Vivek, they are all facing some problem with the feedback. You can just check that.
So, sir, I've received 9 responses.
No, Vivek, what was the problem? I'm not getting to the chatbot
No, it's
because
The
not.
thing is,
It,
yeah,
yes, Vivek.
yeah, Sumit, if you can explain.
It's not about the feedback. It was the questionnaire that were put on the first day related to some AI questions.
And I think there were some incorrect answer, although the answer was correct, but this data shows that these were incorrect answers. So I was just wondering if anyone else was facing the same issue or not. Yeah.
Okay. I'll check that thing, because that actually the feedback of that was to be given through the handbook. I will be getting you the detail of that in the handbook, and that will help you of knowing the before and after of the AI mindset. So that's like the program end that happens, and I give the handbook. Then you understand that okay, this is the pre AI mindset and the post AI mindset. Right? So that's not an issue. I will definitely look into it. The Google form that you're talking of, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Over to you, Deepak. I'm sure you're okay now with your tooth, this thing.
I have not taken a medicine. I usually believe in Ayurvedic, so I took cloves to for the healing.
Okay.
So I would say yes, as mentioned by others as well. It's very quite informative and interactive sessions, all 4 days, all 4 sessions, in fact. And when we started the training, we all were AI journalists with level A. I believe after this session, we will reach to level B or C. Most of us
Right.
will be reached that level. That's the key crux. And I like the training flow, the way you started with, the communication, the influence, and then we correlate how can we add AI model into that. So that's very interesting. That will give you more relatable examples, to do the analogy as well. And then I believe the improvement area, I would say, is to have more and more practical business use cases from different industry altogether. So that will expand our horizon. That how can we implement AI in a different sectors altogether. So the way I think you purposely took the telecom example so that we can more correlate, but to understand how we are implementing AI in constructions, how we are doing in finance, in healthcare, that will further expand our domain. So that's one key input from my side. And otherwise, everything was superb.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Right. Deepak, thank you for the feedback. And of course, as I told you, we are again and again proceeding towards, with all your demands, towards the second part of it, the advanced AI mindset. And can include it because it had to be relevant, because for our brain to cognitively take in the data that is coming in, it was important that I correlated with the business sense of what you're doing right now. And that is why it was included that way. And but definitely feedback taken, and I will propose something to Ericsson for getting round two of this too, and if possible in person. So let's see.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepak. Yes, Tushar.
All right. Yeah, Mohan, wonderful session. I think the key takeaways has been that use, uh, usually people think that AI is more of a tech subject. People need to create apps out of it, use it, in their day-to-day lives to make redundant tasks easier, etc. But I think this was a good insight into how you can, incorporate various tools available already into day-to-day activities for a leader as well. Like Vivek said, we were mostly limited to generative AI and haphazardly looking for tools on the internet when in need. Now we have a good insight into what's available, and your Excel sheet, I've gone through it. It's a huge list of what the various use cases can be.
Yes.
So that's a added plus. It like I said on the first, it is very important to keep up, to stay relevant, and this is definitely a step in that direction. So yeah, great time over the past 4 days. I am a person who learns by doing mostly. So I would have appreciated if we didn't have a few sessions on comparing our prompts, the comparing our outputs with each other about the prompts that we put in. But I'd like more hands-on of the various tools we've used. I understand that you need to create logins on each of them. You need to sign up. There are limitations on what free credits we have. But yeah, I'll do that on my own time now, based on your Excel sheet.
Right.
So
Right. Great. Great. Thank you, Tushar. And surely the limitation of having these practically being done is there, but then I can definitely devise a way around to, get you on a collaborative space where we all can create something together to see how it works. So there are certain spaces which are coming up like that. So I will definitely look into it for the next programs that we do, and getting it into the space where more practical exposure of actually doing it at that time definitely helps. Thank you. Thank you, Tushar. Yes, Sumit, over to you.
Yeah, I think training was interactive one first of all, and it touches every aspect, starting from the personal communications skill and then to the latest tool available. So it's sort of a start from the basic and going to the advanced technology. And the key takeaways from my what I understood from this is we have to adopt the AI, we have to take benefit of AI, but the human oversight will remain crucial for these things. We have to ensure that when we are taking benefits of AI, we have to think about the ethical standards or privacy and security, this sort of aspect. So it changes our mindset, and then it at the same time it ask us that okay, we have to use it, we have to change our mindset, but we have to more responsible towards the use of the technology. So good one. Yeah, it was a good one for me. Yeah.
Great. Any feedback on any improvement of the sections of the training that you felt that can be improved?
No. I think it's others have already
They have already told.
described
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Nothing new from my side. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Over to you, Saurabh.
So I think most of the things have already been covered by everyone here. But in specific, I think good insights on the tools, various tools. I wasn't aware of even the names of many of them. Some are popular, some are not popular, right? So um, good to know now about the tools, and I'll definitely use them on my personal devices. For the improvement part, I think Deepak also talked about some more practical use cases wherever it's possible, wherever in which industry that's more relevant. Plus, how these tools, how these vendors are kind of embedding the security to ensure that it is not going to the outside world. That is something which I would like to see.
Right. Great. And overall, what is the key takeaways? Of course, everybody has already said. I know you will be just repeating them, but then something that is personally, because you're from the security side, so something that you personally take away kind of thing from the whole session of all the 4 days.
So yes, so more adoption of the tools, and be cognizant of how, while we are putting in the data there, right, and we're getting the output. So be cognizant of the security aspect also, because I mean it's overwhelming, it's humongous, right? As Jimmy also mentioned. So we'll of course use more and more in our daily lives, but we should be aware that how consciously we are using these tools.
Right.
So that's really
Great. So
important.
great. Of course, I'm taking the feedback, and I'll definitely get back to Ericsson. EduRamp will definitely make sure that we do something which gives us some more time, a second round maybe, to get in all these things. Now that we know that we have incorporated the AI mindset, we will look into it as a follow-up kind of a thing, and then venture into practically doing it. So it will definitely help you in the journey of becoming an AI generalist too. Heike, I think you've been on and off to the program, but all the moments that you were there and the feedback that you have heard, I would definitely like to hear from you your key takeaways from whatever you have seen.
Yes, hi everyone. I'm really sorry that I really was on and off due to the fact that early morning time was not unfortunately suitable for me, and this is why I was able to join just second part of the training every day. However, this training time that I was able to attend, to me it was very much useful. For example, the way how you yesterday demonstrated that AI is able to generate presentation, and then you can download this PPT and format it, and with just few minutes, definitely opened my eyes what else I can do there. And I learned new things. Definitely, as I missed part of the training, would like to see the recording if possible to find out more. Overall, I'm very much satisfied. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Heike.